That's kind of a cliche. A lot of companies that actually sell things, that sell stuff, these days want to tell you that they're a lifestyle company. But I think with NIO, there's an element of truth to it. William Li clearly feels that he has a very clear understanding of newly wealthy middle class or upper middle class Chinese.
If you want to be a part of the conversation before it happens here on YouTube, click that link in the description to join the free Courtside Financial Discord. What's going on, everyone? My name's Obi and welcome back to Courtside Financial, the channel where we talk about business and technology. Just as an FYI, guys, I'm recording this video again for the second time because after I spent all this time recording it, the file got corrupted. But hey, let's get right into it anyways, no worries. Today, we're going to be talking about an exciting topic that's been swirling around the EV industry, NIO, and why it's not the Tesla of China. Remember when NIO was hailed as the Tesla killer or the Tesla of China? Those of you who follow the EV industry closely know that that narrative was misleading from the get-go. But for those of you who still might be clinging to this idea, let's rewind and dissect this narrative, exposing why NIO is its own unique player in the global EV market with its own strategic advantages and plans. Buckle up, folks, because this is going to be an exciting episode taking us on a ride through the world of electric vehicles. Once again, going to be super interesting, super insightful. But before we get into it, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the like button, make sure you hit the subscribe button. We're trying to get to 10K subscribers before the year is over. If you could help us out with that, we'd be ever so grateful. Click the notification bell icon and leave a comment down below. Your engagement really does go a long way in helping out the channel. And so without further ado, let's get into this episode. Let's jump back to 2019 when NIO got a massive publicity boost from 60 Minutes talking about the company in a positive light. Hosted by Holly Williams, the piece painted NIO as a major contender in the global EV market. The narrative was that NIO is the next big thing and a so-called Tesla killer. That's right, Holly Williams made that comparison directly, but what was the truth behind this narrative is what we aim to uncover. The 60-minute segment emphasized China's aggressive push into the EV market, highlighting government subsidies and regulatory support that have been critical in nurturing the growth of the Chinese EV market as a whole. Michael Dune, an industry expert, emphasized these points in the 60-minute segment. He said that without government support, there would be no electric car industry or market here. This heavy-handed statement contrasts to Tesla's more market-driven approach when they were just starting off. Keywords when they were just starting off. Obviously, Tesla is getting a lot of government support in America, not nearly as much as China, but they are getting a lot of government support in America. But initially, NIO's growth was bolstered by subsidies, free licensing, and a highly supportive regulatory environment, which are all strategies that, like I said, Tesla didn't really necessarily have all that when they were just starting off. Moving on to our next point, when NIO first hit the stock market, it was almost the only publicly traded Chinese EV company on the New York Stock Exchange. That made it a hot investment for many investors as they had few alternatives, which naturally led to comparisons between NIO and Tesla. But the market landscape has dramatically shifted since then. The EV sector seems like every day it's getting flooded with competitors, each vying for a piece of the big pie that the Chinese electric vehicle market is, and obviously the global electric vehicle market. In 2021, NIO's stock price peaked to just under $62. Today, it's just over $5, emphasizing the volatility and saturation in the EV market. But now let's talk about NIO's market strategy. NIO's CEO and founder William Li emphasized that from the very beginning that NIO isn't chasing the mass market. Instead, they've positioned themselves as a premium brand from the get-go. At the time that he said this, the average selling price of a NIO was higher than a BMW, higher than an Audi and significantly more than Tesla in China. William Li said that they chose the high-end market because it had a higher probability of success. And this strategy is pivotal. By choosing the high-end market, NIO was able to differentiate itself from a lot of the competition, including Tesla. For NIO, it's about branding and experience, not just product. NIO has invested heavily into R&D globally. They've established a presence in tech hubs like Silicon Valley and Munich. The global approach, NIO's been an ambitious company from the very beginning, but the global approach has given them somewhat of a competitive edge as well. And I'm not saying a competitive edge to Tesla, I'm just speaking about the market. There are some players that only want to operate in China. There's some players that only want to operate in the US. There's some players that only want to operate in Britain. But looking at it today, NIO's benefited from their marketing positioning, CEO William Li has said. It's clear that NIO has a different path with a strong focus on maintaining premium positioning and high-end technology at the same time. Let's touch on NIO's relationship with Tesla now. In an interview in 2020, CEO William Li actually went along to say that Tesla has been an ally in increasing EV sales. Since Tesla started production in Shanghai, NIO's sales continue to grow, said William Li. It's a fascinating dynamic. Instead of being in extremely direct competition with each other, obviously they're still in competition with each other. There's a little bit of a rivalry there, but NIO and Tesla are pushing each other towards more innovation and pushing each other to expand the EV market, fighting against their real enemies, which are legacy OEMs and ICE vehicle manufacturers, companies that want to continue to manufacture ICE vehicles. The Chinese EV market is growing, it's vast, and there's room for many players. Like I always say, we're never going to see a monopoly of the electric vehicle industry. That's just not how it works. If you go outside today, you'll see different cars amongst ICE vehicles. You'll see different EVs on the road as well, depending on where you live. I live in Arizona. There's a lot of EVs out here. But one of NIO's most key differentiators is battery swapping. This technology is a game changer for many reasons. It offers cost savings by allowing users its battery as a service model, allowing them to lease the battery and rent the car, bringing forth a lower upfront cost for consumers, making the vehicles available to more. And battery swapping also reduces charging time and the worries about battery degradation over time. Plus, it allows for easy upgrades to the latest battery technology without needing a new car. Imagine pulling into a station and swapping out your battery in minutes. No more waiting for a full charge. You're just ready to hit the road. Tesla tried this out, but this isn't something that they fully embraced. They actually scrapped the idea. NIO is actually making this their thing, succeeding with the idea. They're the best player in the battery swapping industry, the biggest player in the battery swapping industry. And I think that it gives NIO an edge in user experience and long-term performance. Now, finally, let's talk about NIO's latest move with their Onvo sub-brand. The first model, the Onvo L60 SUV, is designed to compete directly with Tesla's Model Y. By launching Onvo, NIO is able to get more market share out there in the mass market where there's more volume, more transaction volume, while also preserving its luxury stance with NIO. This dual brand strategy allows NIO to target different customer segments without diluting its premium image. In my opinion, it's a smart move, allowing NIO to capture more market share while maintaining the premium reputation that the brand has built. So to wrap it all up, NIO is not the Tesla of China. It's its own unique player with its own strategies, strengths, and market positioning. From premium branding and global R&D to innovative battery swapping and strategic market segmentation, NIO's carving out its own path in the global EV world. That's it for this installment. Thanks for tuning into today's episode. If you found it interesting, insightful, useful, informative, at the very least exciting or entertaining, Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Again, we're trying to get to 10K subscribers before the year is over. If you could help us out with that, we'd be ever so grateful. Click the notification bell icon. Leave a comment down below. And we will see you in the next installment. Thanks again for watching.
What would Chairman Mao make of a capitalist like you?
Lee told us Chairman Mao would have said, "You're doing a good job."
You really? He was a communist.
Okay.
He hated capitalists like you.
We're trying to make a better world, Lee said.